Welcome back to Have More Babies. Today, we're doing something really fun. We're looking at this fantastic guide all about turning your backyard into basically an amazing summer camp for your kids. Seriously, forget those super expensive camps. Our mission today, to pull out all the clever, budget-friendly ideas from this source to keep kids busy, active, learning right there at home. I mean, who knew your backyard could be such an adventure zone?
It's so true. And, we're definitely seeing more families looking for these kinds of creative at-home ways to connect, especially over the summer. This guide really hits on that. It shows how uh, accessible and genuinely rewarding it can be, fostering curiosity right in your own space.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. Before we get into the tents and the activities, why? Why actually go through the effort of setting up a backyard camp? What's the real pull?
Well, the material makes a really strong case. First off, it's about a customized experience. Think about it, unlike a regular camp where everyone does the same thing, you get to tailor everything, every single activity, to your child's interests, their age. If they love dinosaurs, you can do a dino dig. If they're into art, it's an art studio. That means they're going to be way more engaged because it's theirs.
That makes total sense. Yeah, moving beyond that kind of one-size-fits-all thing.
Exactly. And then there's a huge one for parents today. Physical activity. Having a backyard camp just naturally gets kids outside moving. Running, jumping, exploring. It's vital for their health and, let's be honest, a great way to cut down on screen time.
Definitely a big plus.
And it's not just about burning energy. These activities are designed to build real skill development. Kids aren't just, playing. They're doing hands-on art, which boosts creativity. They're figuring things out, like building a fort that doesn't fall over. That's problem solving. And if siblings or friends join in, boom, teamwork. They're learning practical stuff, like real-world engineering, but it just feels like fun.
So it's sneaky learning,
Yeah.
a growth opportunity wrapped up in playtime. I can see the appeal.
Totally. And maybe the best part, the guide really highlights the family bonding. When you create this together, you're not just watching them, you're in it with them, exploring, laughing, figuring things out side by side. Those shared moments right at home, that's what builds those lasting memories and connections. It's interesting how it tackles so many things at once: budget, child development, that quality family time.
Okay, I'm sold on the why. So the next big question is, how? Where do you even start? The guide gives us a pretty clear roadmap, starting with planning. What's step one?
Step one is actually pretty straightforward. Plan your camp layout. Don't let that sound intimidating. It's really just sketching out your backyard, thinking about zones for different things. Like you'd mark out a craft station, maybe just an old table with art stuff, then a game zone, just some open space for running around. It's also smart to have a reading nook, a quiet corner, maybe with some blankets, pillows, books for chilling out. And definitely a relaxation area, hammocks, beanbags, whatever. Because even little campers need some downtime.
Hmm. It sounds like you're designing a mini theme park back there. So beyond the zones, what physical things really make it feel like a camp?
Yeah, the ambiance. That's key. The guide says definitely set up a tent or a fort. That's like the heart of the camp. Could be a pop-up tent or, go full DIY with blankets and chairs. It gives them that special base camp feeling.
Oh, kids love that. Home base.
Exactly. Then, to really get the camp vibe, you create a campfire circle. But safely, obviously. We're talking a mimic campfire. Arrange some stones in a circle, put some LED candles or maybe fairy lights in the middle. Gives you that magical glow for stories at dusk, but, zero fire risk.
That is brilliant. All the atmosphere, none of the worry. Love it.
Right. And then layer on the decorative elements. String up some colorful bunting or streamers, more lanterns, more fairy lights for nighttime magic, and bring in nature. Pine cones, cool leaves, flowers, little touches like that really transform the space from just backyard to backyard summer camp.
Okay, the stage is set, the zones are ready, the fairy lights are twinkling now for the main event. What kinds of things can you actually do to keep them hooked, learning, and maybe even begging for more? Because that's the challenge, right? Keeping it fresh.
It really is. And the guide is packed with ideas. Let's break them down a bit. First, nature and exploration. You could do a nature scavenger hunt, but make it interesting. Not just find a leaf, but maybe find something smooth, find 3 different kinds of seeds, find something a bird might eat. It makes them look closer.
Oh, I like that. More observation.
Exactly. Or try bird watching. Put up a simple feeder, grab some binoculars if you have them, maybe a little notebook for sketching what they see. Teaches patience too. And for something longer term, gardening. Even just a small pot. Let them pick seeds, plant them, water them. They learn about responsibility, life cycles. It's pretty cool to watch something grow.
Those are great, mixing discovery with quiet focus. What about letting them get creative and maybe a little messy?
Perfect transition to creativity and arts. So many options here, often with stuff you already have. Think outdoor art projects, like leaf printing, just paint on leaves, press them onto paper. Simple but cool results. Rock painting is always a hit. Turn stones into little creatures or patterns, or make nature collages using all the bits they found on their scavenger hunt. Glue them onto cardboard. And get ready for some noise with DIY musical instruments, empty tubs for drums, bottles with rice for shakers, rubber bands on a box for a guitar. You could even end with a little backyard concert.
The backyard symphony. Okay, love it. And for those kids just bursting with energy, the ones who need to move.
Right, active play and discovery. Definitely set up that game zone. And obstacle course is fantastic. Use whatever you have: cones, jump ropes, pool noodles, hula hoops. Great for burning energy and coordination. Hot day, water balloon toss, always a winner. Or classic sack races. And when evening comes, stargazing. Lay out blankets. Maybe use a stargazing app on your phone. They're amazing. Find constellations. It sparks that sense of wonder about the universe.
Yeah, that's magical.
And don't forget science experiments. Simple stuff is best. The baking soda and vinegar volcano eruption is a classic for a reason. Making homemade slime is always popular. Or, and this is super cool, build a solar oven from a pizza box and foil. You can actually cook s'mores in it. They see the sun's energy at work.
Wait, hang on. A pizza box solar oven for s'mores? That's genius. Seriously cool.
Isn't it? And that leads right into culinary fun. Getting kids involved in simple outdoor cooking is another great layer. S'mores, obviously, even with the LED fire. Fruit kebabs are easy, healthy, and kids love making their own patterns. And mini pizzas on English muffins. Super customizable, always a crowd pleaser. You know, if you connect all this back, these aren't just activities to kill time, they're really building blocks. Critical thinking, motor skills, science basics, all wrapped up in fun.
It all sounds incredibly rich and engaging, but, parents will have practical questions like, how long should one activity last? What if my backyard is tiny? The guide tackles these, right?
It does, yeah, very practical. On activity duration, it suggests maybe 30 minutes to an hour. But honestly, it depends on the kid's age and, crucially, their interest level. You'll know when they're ready to move on. And for the space issue, my yard's small, or I live in an apartment. The guide basically says, no backyard, no problem. Seriously, almost all these ideas can be adapted. Do them indoors, take them to a local park. They're pretty flexible.
That's really good to hear. It makes it much more accessible. What about including friends? My kid would definitely want pals over.
Absolutely. The guide encourages involving friends. Invite a small group. Just, keep an eye on safety and everyone's comfort. It adds a great social element.
Good. And are these things okay for different ages, like toddlers and older kids together?
Yep. Suitability for all ages is another key point. Most activities can be tweaked. A little one might just collect leaves. An older one might identify them or press them. You adapt. And finally, the big one. How do you keep it exciting if you do this for several days? The trick is variety. Introduce new themes, new activities each day. Keep them guessing.
Okay, that makes sense. Mix it up. So, wrapping this all up, what's the big message for parents listening right now? What's the takeaway?
I think the core message, really, from the source's conclusion is this. Creating a backyard camp isn't just about keeping kids busy. It's about actively, intentionally building memories, cherished ones. It emphasizes creativity, being flexible, and just having fun together. It's not about perfection. It's about the shared experience. And, it makes you think, in our super digital world, how do these simple hands-on outdoor things build resilience, spark imagination, strengthen family bonds in a way that maybe screen time just can't? It's a different kind of value, a really important kind.
That's a powerful thought. What a fantastic deep dive into creating something truly special right in your own backyard. The potential for joy and connection here without spending a fortune is just wonderful. And hey, for even more great tips on engaging your kids, encouraging healthy habits, and understanding why outdoor play is so vital, you really should visit omegapediatrics.com. They have a fantastic library of articles and resources, really tailored for parents. It's worth checking out. Plus, the team at Omega Pediatrics just gets it. They offer things like extended weekday hours open till 9 p.m. for walk-ins. That's amazing for busy families. They also have telemedicine options, even after-hours immunizations. Super convenient pediatric primary care right there in Roswell and Marietta. And they serve folks from Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Sandy Springs, all around. Really focused on making healthcare easier for families. So if you found this discussion helpful, maybe got some inspiration, please do us a favor, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and definitely share this video with other parents who could use these ideas. We loved having you join us on Have More Babies today. Hope to see you for the next one.
Absolutely. There's just so much joy in learning and discovering alongside your kids, especially outdoors. Those memories last.
Goodbye, everyone.